the silent option, are slipping over the base of the Himalayas with public enemy number one in their crosshairs. Stay with us. Sunday night, as the clock strikes midnight in Abbottabad, the SEAL team, 79 commandos and one dog, are en route to the compound in two Black Hawk helicopters, their rotors specially modified to fly almost silently. Backing them up are two Chinooks. The SEALs are armed with M4 assault rifles, night vision goggles, and handguns. Time is tight. The Pakistani military has been kept in the dark, and the commandos must be out safely before planes are scrambled in response to the incursion.
This operation was designed to minimize the prospects, the chances of engagement with Pakistani forces.
Neighborhood residents would later report a loss of electricity and cell service as the operation commenced. Then suddenly, a near disaster. One of the Blackhawks is caught in a wind vortex as it tries to land in the compound. As the pilot pulls up, the helicopter clips a rotor on the compound wall and makes a hard landing outside.
Seeing that helicopter in a place and in a condition that it wasn't supposed to be, I think that was one of the, at least for me, and I know for the other people in the room, was the concern we had that now we're having to go to the contingency plan.
The second Black Hawk, initially meant to lower SEALs onto the roof of the compound, now lands outside the courtyard to join the others. Instead of roping down, the SEALs now must breach the walls, blowing holes where necessary. 12:30 a.m., as the 25-man ground team goes in, there's uncertainty back in Washington about what's happening.
Once those teams went into the compound, I can tell you that there was a time period of almost 20 or 25 minutes where we really didn't know just exactly what was going on, and there were some very tense moments.
The story of what happens next has been shifting all week.
There was a firefight. It was a highly volatile firefight.
It was a firefight going up that compound.
We now believe that as the SEALs enter the compound, they hit a false door, raising suspicions of a booby trap. Then the courier, Al-Kuwaiti, begins firing from the guest residence. The courier's last message is return to sender. The SEALs kill him on the spot. His wife is caught in the crossfire. The SEALs begin working their way through the main residence, clearing it room by room. McCraven can now hear them say, "Clear, clear." Along the way, they kill Al-Kuwaiti's brother and one of bin Laden's sons. Bin Laden is spotted retreating into a room on the top floor. He's found there with his youngest wife. She moves toward the SEALs and is shot in the leg. Bin Laden makes a move interpreted as resistance, and the SEALs put him down with a shot to the chest and another above the left eye.
Obviously, under their rules of engagement, if he had in fact thrown up his hands, surrendered, and didn't appear to represent any kind of threat, then they were to capture him. But they had full authority to kill him.
Bin Laden's wife confirms it is him. That's when the SEALs report Geronimo EKIA, enemy killed in action. Geronimo, the code for getting the target of the mission. The reaction back in Washington,
We got him.
But they had to make sure. A photo of his face is sent back to Langley for recognition. And for all their high-tech gear, the SEALs forgot to bring a simple measuring tape to confirm the man they kill matches bin Laden's height, 6'4". So one of the SEALs must lie down next to the body to try to guesstimate. Sewn into bin Laden's clothing, SEALs find 500 euros and 2 phone numbers. At 12:50 a.m., 3:50 back in Washington, President Obama is informed that they're nearly positive it's him. But there's still plenty of work to do. The SEALs gather bin Laden's body, along with 10 computers, 100 thumb drives, and 10 cell phones. A treasure trove of intel, including information about al-Qaeda safe houses and a notebook with loose plans for an attack on American railroads, possibly on a holiday or 9/11 anniversary. Finally, they move the surviving women and children into a safe part of the compound and destroy the downed Blackhawk. 1:10 a.m. in Abbottabad. While the Miami Heat are hosting the Boston Celtics in the NBA playoffs, SEAL Team 6 takes off from the compound and makes a fast break for the Afghan border. A local man just tweeted, "Go away, helicopter, before I take out my giant swatter."
At that time, the Pakistanis were reacting to an incident that they knew was taking place in Abbottabad. Therefore, they were scrambling some of their assets.
The helicopters crossed back into Afghan airspace without a single American casualty. At the White House, a moment of pure jubilation.
Good job. It's him. This was him.
7:01 in Washington, 4:01 in Abbottabad. Just after preliminary DNA testing is completed, the president is told there's a high probability Bin Laden is dead. At 9:30, he informs Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid.
The president was very somber in his relating to me what took place.
At 10:45, the networks go live in anticipation of a major statement from the president. At 11:35, the president addresses the nation. The subject this time is not the circumstance of Obama's birth, but of Osama's death.
The death of bin Laden marks the most significant achievement to date in our nation's effort to defeat al-Qaeda.
The president congratulates the staff.
Good job, National Security Team. Thank you for that. Yeah, proud of it.